Hi everyone, very good morning and good evening to all. Let us start our today's session. In our today's session, we will learn how to create a Snowflake account and how to load the data into a Snowflake tables. Okay, so to create the Snowflake account, you need to have an email. Okay, so you can use the same email. So whichever the email you have used for this IICS account creation, right? The same email account, you can use it for this IICS account also, for Snowflake account also. For Snowflake account, it is also a trial account. Okay. I will tell you how to create this Snowflake trial account. So you need to have a valid email ID. Okay. So you can have this email, you can open this email, whatever the email you have already have. So just to open that email, you can go to that, the email which you have used for IICS account creation, right? So this email, you can use it. Okay. This is the email we have, right? So the same email, we will use it for our Snowflake account creation also. So these are all the steps we have to follow for Snowflake account creation. And we are going to establish the connection. So how we are going to do, right? So if you see this, so this is the setup we are going to do. Left-hand side, we have RDBMS table. That is our Oracle table. And we do have HR.employees table here. And you can have any source systems, okay? You can have a database, you can have a table. So sorry, you can have any flat files or any data sources you can take. So in IICS, we are going to create a connection. Okay, this connection we have already, right? We have already created Oracle connection. So that we can use it to read the data. And we will create one more connection for IICS to Snowflake. So first of all, what is Snowflake? Right? So Snowflake is like a data warehousing environment. Okay, data warehousing environment. Whenever the organization they want to have a data warehouse, so they can have the Snowflake data warehouse. So Snowflake is on the cloud. So on top of a cloud providers, say for an example, the cloud providers, mainly you have the cloud providers like, so we have AWS, right? So we have AWS. So we have GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and we have Azure, right? So any one of the cloud providers, any one of the database, the data warehouse, by using any one of the cloud providers, this Snowflake will create a framework on top of it. So to store the data. So underlying data providers. So either if you can have the AWS cloud, you can have GCP, you can have Azure. But this Snowflake, right, this company will take the responsibility. So whatever the providers you are choosing, based on the providers we are selecting, it will store the data on behalf of us. Okay. So you can inform Snowflake that, so use GCP or use AWS or use Azure for the database, they store the data, and you can create a data warehouse environment for us. Okay. So that framework is called Snowflake. So that we are going to have. So inside the Snowflake, you may have a different data warehouse. For an example, this is one data warehouse. Inside the data warehouse, you can create a DB, a database. So inside the database, you can have multiple schemas. Inside schemas, you can have the tables. So you can have here. So if this is one schema, this is another schema. So this is one DB. So we have 4 DBs here, assume that. So 4 DB, one data warehouse, 4 DB, and inside we have multiple schemas. Inside schemas, we do have tables, views, all this. It is similar to our Oracle SQL. Okay, so if you know Oracle SQL, then working with the Snowflake is very, very easy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I will give you this document just to follow this document to create a Snowflake account. So you can go to this particular page. Okay, so you can go to this particular page. Just to click on this particular page. So go to this particular page. So just we are creating one 30 days free trial account. 30 days free trial account just we are creating. So we have to mention, okay, so all these details, first name, last name, email, all this we have to provide. So whatever we are going to provide, so that we have to mention it. And see here. So this is your 30 days free trial and we can use. So just we can mention this. So what is your first name and last name? Okay. So just you can mention your first name and last name and email ID. So whatever the email ID here we have. So that particular email ID, you can copy it and you can use this email ID. Okay. This email ID and company. So you can have this company and you can have the role. You can have role as so any role. So I'm just making that data engineer. Okay. Data engineer role and select the country and click on continue. It's very similar, simple. So you can see it is asking you to have the choose your Snowflake edition. So you can go for enterprise editions and you can have this choose your cloud provider. So which provider we want. So we can take any provider. Okay. So if I want to have a GCP, yes, you can choose GCP here and you can check this agreement page and click on see here, start your 30-day free trial Snowflake trial account, which includes $400 worth free usage. So that we can use it. Okay, there is no need of credit card here. So just to click on, so any environment you can choose, any cloud providers you can choose. So this on top of this cloud provider, this Snowflake will create a framework. Okay. So you can skip these questions and you can go with the, you can see here an email to activate your account has been sent. So to this, so you can open this. So we should have received one email. So we will get it. Okay. So it may take some time. We will get it. So once we have received the email, we have to activate this account, right? So you can see here, activate your Snowflake account. So just to click here to activate. So actually they are changing their front end view most of the time. Okay. So I will take this. So this is my username. And you can have, I can remove this dot from here. Okay. So dot, I think letters and numbers only we can have. Dot, I have removed it. I can go to password, confirm password. Just you can mention this. So I have removed the dot from here. Just click on get started. So this is the page. We got it. Okay. This is the page. We got it. So 30 days left here. So if you want to use after that, you can use here. So all your account, see if you go to data, you can find your database, all this. See, these are all the databases they are providing. If you want, you can create your own databases. Okay. So you can go to admin here. You can see all the account details. So here we have the account details. So this account details we have to take. Okay. So this is the account details to connect with. So first we are going to, this is the data warehouse. You can see here one data warehouse already available. If you want to create a data warehouse, yes, you can create a data warehouse here. So warehouse is nothing but it is also one of the database, but just creating this data warehouse. Inside the data warehouse, you can have multiple databases. Okay. So just I have created one data warehouse here and go to the data. So we can go to this particular data here, create a database. These two are the default one. So you can have here the default tables and all this. It is similar our Oracle database, all our databases. So you can click on database if you want to create any database. Say for an example, I want to create a database here, HRDB. Okay, so human resource schema database, I want to create it. So I'm going to create one TB called HRDB. Click on OK. So it is creating. So inside the database, you can create a tables. Okay, so you can go to DB and you can see here, you can create a schema. If you want, you can create a schema here. So you can create HR schema. Simply, you can create a schema. So inside schema, you'll be having a lot of tables, views, and everything, all the objects. See here, inside the HR schema, as of now, no objects are available. And if you see this public schema, so here we do not have anything. Okay, so you can have any other views and everything. These are all the metadata. You can see here Snowflake. So all this, you can see multiple databases, multiple schemas, views, objects are available. Okay. So if you want to learn more on Snowflake, so we do have a lot of tutorials available in the net. So just to go through that, all the tutorials and you can able to learn. Okay. But here we are going to learn how to load the data. Okay. So we just created the account. I have given all the details here just to follow. You can able to create it. So create all this. Yes, we have created it, right? So after creating this particular Snowflake trial account, so create a data warehouse database in Snowflake, create a Snowflake connection in IICS. So just we are going to create the table. Yes, we can make Snowflake as source also, no issues. So just you can go to the schema. So if you want to create, okay, so inside the database, if I want to create any tables, yes, you can go to the worksheet. So go to worksheet. So click on worksheet here. So new worksheet you can create. And you can see here, a lot of databases are available. So which database you want to create? Yes, HR, right? So you can select here. So I want to create no database is selected. Yes, we have to create a database. So HRDB and HR. And this is the schema we have just created, right? So in this particular HRDB.HR, this particular tables will be created. So you can see here, HR underscore DB. This is database name dot schema name dot table name. So you can create the same way how we will create for the Oracle tables, right? So you can use same way, same data type, and everything is similar. So you can just run this and the table has been created successfully, right? Yes, you can able to see a table has been created. So after creating the tables, you can use select star from the table name. Select star from the table names. Okay. So T underscore employees. Yes, you can select. Since we have selected this HRDB HR, this particular table, if you are querying this, it will be executed in this particular database only. Okay. So it has all the columns, but it doesn't have any data. So what we are going to do, through Informatica, we are going to load the data. See, even you can select this particular data warehouse account. So this is the one. Okay. So we just created. And here, same way, if you are going to create one more time, you can use control enter also. Control enter. Okay. So it's showing that it is already exist, right? So we cannot create it. As of now, there is no data. So now I hope you are clear. You can go and do a lot of tables creation in this particular Snowflake. Okay. So just to create it, if you now refresh it, so if you refresh this object, so it will have, so you can refresh one more time, it will load this particular table here. Okay. So now what we are going to do, so we will go to the connectors. So we'll go to the connectors, go to add-on connectors. We have to create the connections, right? So we have the source connection, but we will create a Snowflake connections. So type Snowflake here. So you'll be getting the add-on connectors. Click on start free trial. Okay. So click on OK. See here, we are going to read the data from Oracle table and load it into this particular database. this particular table, which is available in Snowflake. Okay. So for that, we just created this one. So how can I create the connections? Then now go to the connections, new connections. So connection name. So you can give connection name as whatever the connection name you want to give. Okay. So HRDB, and you can have this connectors we have added, right? We just added Snowflake. Yes, you can choose the Snowflake here and runtime environment and the username. The username is whatever the username we have given here, right? So it is without any dot, IICS 11. The password is whichever the password we have given, right? Account. So account is nothing but see here, account is if you click on this, if you are hover your mouse, it will show you that what is this account, right? So whatever the HTTPS connection you are seeing in the Snowflake, HTTPS :/ and then less than symbol, right? After that, whatever you are having, that is the account number. So 123 ABC is the account name, right? So that account name you have to put. Data values is CDW. And if you want to put role, you can put any role. So I will go to this. And how can I find the account name? Right? So you can go to the home, go to admin, click here admin accounts. So in real-time project, you need to contact your admin team, infrastructure team. So you can go to this one. So if you see this, you are seeing this, the HTTPS / this account name, right? Sometimes what will happen, it may not work, uppercase, lowercase. So you may get some issues. Yeah, we will take it and then we will test it here. So we can take here. So just you can test the connection. Okay, so it is not connecting, right? The test connector unable to fetch the connection attributes. So it's depends on the uppercase and lowercase. So I will copy this into Notepad and I will make in uppercase. Okay. Sometimes this is what it will happen. I will take this. Okay. So it may give you this kind of issues. So now the test connection is successful. So you can take the connection from here. Okay. So take the connection account from here. See here, you can take account from here, or you can go to this particular link and you can find here the account. See here, it is showing the copy account URL, right? So that you can copy it. Copy account URL, account identifier. So you can copy this, you can paste it here. So what you are getting, okay, this is not the correct one, right? This is not the correct one. So you need to get this one. And you can see here, copy this, and go to, yeah, this is the correct one, right? Yes, you have to get this one. So you can get whatever the account you have, go to this account identifier. You get this account identifier. So in the capital letter, so just copy it and then IICS will establish the connection. Okay. So I hope you are clear. You may get error. Please follow my session and then try to do the same. If you are changing any one concept here, then it won't connect and you'll be ending up with a lot of issues. Okay. So please follow the same and you can able to do it. So save this connection. The connection has been established from it has been pinged from this IICS to on the cloud. So IICS also cloud and Snowflake is on the cloud. So it has been pinged with this ID, account ID, and it has established the connection. So what we are going to do now, we are going to create mapping here. So go and create a mapping, go to data integration. We can go to the new mapping, create a new mapping, m underscore Snowflake underscore connection. Okay, Snowflake connection, HRDB, whatever it may be you want to give. Just to give the sources or Oracle database or flat file also. Anything is fine. So we are going to read the data from RDBMS and we are going to write the data onto the cloud. Okay. So the only thing, the difference is your connection. Okay, nothing else. Table we have selected. And if I want to, I'm just doing one-to-one load. You can go to the target, choose the target connections. Sorry, not this one, Snowflake connections. And if you choose this, so now it will establish the connection from IICS to cloud. See here, it is establishing the connection and whatever the tables we have created there, right? So it will take the databases here and I want data from this HRDB. So select this HRDB and then it will take whatever the schema which is available and inside the schema, whatever the tables are available, it will take. So we have created this table, right? So just to select this table, click on OK. That's it. So we have selected this, right? So insert operation only we are going to do. And if you want to truncate and load, yes, here we will be having one option, truncate target table. Okay. So this information, but a table name, so file, so all this we have given already. Okay. So here itself we have established the connection, go to mapping. So the rest of the concept is similar. So only thing is we have to establish the connection. So you can do the smart map and then save this. So whatever the data which is available here, so that will be loaded into this particular Snowflake account. You can use this account for next 40 days. So you can see here, control enter, there is no data. I'm going to run this. It will load the data to Snowflake. Yeah, since it is a Snowflake, very first time, it will take some time to load it. In my source, I have only 106 records. I hope I have only 106 records that has been loaded, right? So you can see here. We have 106 records in my source. So it has loaded. The data has been loaded here. You can go and check here. Yes, all the 106 records has been loaded. You can go to Snowflake and keep the cursor here, control enter. So you can see here, it will show you all the details also, right? So you can have this employee ID, first name, last name, email, and all the details. And what is the statistics? So that also it will display. So how much time it has taken. Okay. So I think it got stuck to load this data so that everything it will show you. Okay, clear? I hope you are clear how to create Snowflake account. So hereafter, you can use the Snowflake as a target and you can load it into the target account, into the Snowflake. See here, it will show you this, how much time it has taken and what is the number of record and how many unique employee IDs are there, right? And you can have this employee IDs. This is 123, something showing, and then 100 to 205. And first name these many times has been repeated, right? All the statistics it is bringing. So most of them joined in this particular year only, the higher date. So it is showing based on the data, it has analyzed and it will give you the statistics also here. So it is very easy in Snowflake. These statistics and all, it's very easy. So that's why we are using this Snowflake. Okay. So I hope you are clear. So just to create, okay, you can create multiple databases also. If you open this, so now you can find tables. So inside the tables, you can able to see here the number of the tables is available. The number of columns you can able to see here, right? Yes. So these are all the data types and these are all the some sample data. They are mentioning that, okay, how we can give the data. So you can create a views also. So if you want to create on top of this, if you want to create any other object, yes, you can create objects. So that will be a view. View you want to create any other objects you want to create. Yes, you can create. So this is what we have to load the data into this Snowflake. So I hope you are clear. But Snowflake you have to learn. Okay, Snowflake I'm not going to teach here. So Snowflake you have to create the account and you have to learn it. Okay, so I hope you are clear how to create and how to establish the connection in IICS, load it. So in between, we are going to do a lot of transformation logic that we will see one by one. Okay, so far we have seen 2 to 3 transformations, right? The hierarchy parser and the structure parser, all this. But yeah, we will see one by one. Can we learn it by our own? Which one you are asking? Snowflake, you have to learn. Okay. Yes, you can learn by yourself. No issues. See, I told you how to create the connections, all this, right? And how to create a trial account. Just you will be having a lot of videos on YouTube. Some tutorials are available. Okay, some long tutorials are available. You watch it, do the practices. So it is similar to our Oracle SQL only. All the concept is similar. Okay, you'll be having a database. So inside the database, you'll be having multiple database. How we have in the SQL server, right? SQL server or Teradata. Same concept here. So Teradata, we do have multiple databases. Inside the database, we do have the schemas, right? And we do have tables and views. So here also same. But SQLs, it is similar, very similar to Oracle SQL. Okay. So you can create the tables, you can alter it, you can do whatever the way you want. So is it mandatory to learn Snowflake? No, it is your wish. Okay. So if you are going to make yourself as cloud data integrator, cloud data engineer, you are going to tell. So you need to have any one cloud data knowledge, right? So at least Snowflake you need to have knowledge, AWS, Azure, or GCP. So any one you need to have a knowledge. So can we do all SQL related queries? Yes. Little bit differences are there. You have to learn this. Okay. So after 30 days, it will get automatically expired. This account will get expired. But this Snowflake doesn't need any credit card information. But our AWS S3 and GCP, we need to have our credit card information. We have to use very carefully. Otherwise, they will charge you from your credit card. Okay. So far, two members, two students, they have unknowingly used it, and they charged 41,000 and around 21,000 in their account. So one more time, I will explain. Okay. This IICS, see, please listen here, and choice is yours. Okay. Choice is yours. If you are asking this question, yes, I will give it to you. You decide it. If you are saying that I'm a cloud data integrator, right? I'm a cloud data integrator. I'm using IICS. Where we will you load the data, right? So at least we need to have one cloud provider, right? So I'll be using one cloud data provider. So that might be a AWS or GCP or Snowflake. Okay. Or Snowflake or Azure. So any one of the data cloud provider only, we are going to load the data. So choice is yours. So which one you want to learn it. Why? Because if you are going for any interview, they will ask, so which cloud you have worked on. Okay. So that's what we are using IICS, right? So they might be using any other databases also. Say for an example, they might be using even one of the project, they are using PostgreSQL as a target, right? So they might be using it. But if you have these cloud data knowledge, that will be added advantage. They are using Teradata, right? So it's a depends. Netisa. So Netisa also they are using for okay. So they are using Netisa also for their data warehousing environment. But it depends. So whenever you are going to tell as a cloud data integrator, you can mention that we were using Snowflake as the target and we are loading the data into the Snowflake environment. From the Snowflake, the data has been consumed by the downstream reporting team. So that's what you can explain them. Okay. Can we migrate Snowflake table data to AWS? S3 or Redshift? Yes, you can create IICS, right? So you can create IICS mapping. You read the data from Snowflake and load it into AWS S3. So your source might be Snowflake. So target might be S3. Okay. So that you can use it, right? So that's what we can do. No issues. So tomorrow I will tell you how to create account in S3. That is your AWS S3 connections. But if you have knowledge on Redshift, okay, if you have knowledge on Redshift, so you can load it into Redshift tables as well. So why? Because if you are wrongly using this Redshift, they might be charging from your credit card. So I won't recommend here. If you are like you have completed AWS certifications, if you are aware of all the services, free services and everything, you can use it. Okay, but it's completely your responsibility. So why? Because so these two, AWS and GCP, they will take credit card information from you. If you are going to use the paid services, okay, wrongly, then they might be charging you. Okay, so that responsibility you have to take care. If you are in real time project, if you have any development environment, just practice all this. So can we re-register with the new email ID? Yes, you can re-register. Okay. So AWS certification, what does it mean? Okay. So AWS, you know, right? AWS certification, the AWS certification we do have. Amazon Web Services, lot of services are, certifications are available. So you can start learning if you want. Okay.
Chandra, my understanding is like Snowflake, you told, right? It's a framework on any one of the cloud databases, right? Like AWS, GCP, and Azure. So Snowflake is a framework or a database? Because I'm getting confused here when you talk, when you tell Snowflake.
The Snowflake has created a framework, okay, to load the data into any one of these cloud providers. Okay. So on behalf of us, they will take the responsibility to load the data into these cloud providers. Okay. But we need to pay for the Snowflake, but in turn, they will manage all the resources. We are not going to bother about which data sources we are going to use. Okay. So that is concept. You can start learning Snowflake, how Snowflake will work all this.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions on the Snowflake connections? SQL developer equal to Snowflake, Oracle DB, AWS or GCP. I'm not able to understand your question. You are asking the question. SQL developer equal to Snowflake, Oracle DB. Sorry, I'm not getting your question. You can raise hands and I will unmute. You can ask. In order to work on AWS or GCP or Azure, one should know Snowflake. So you are asking more questions on Snowflake. Okay. So don't leave with that those questions, AWS and all. So it's up to you. You can start learning. Okay. So it's your knowledge. If you want to learn all this four, start learning it. Okay. Snowflake is different. AWS is different. GCP is different. And Azure is different. Okay. Different companies, they are providing these cloud databases for the companies to store their organizational data, the data warehouse. Okay. If you want to learn Snowflake, yes, just learn Snowflake. If you want to learn AWS, learn AWS completely. If you want to learn GCP, yes, GCP, learn it. So most of the companies moving from AWS to GCP, right? It depends. Company based on the company, they are using. Okay, some companies using AWS, some companies using GCP, some companies they are already working on Microsoft, then they are using Azure. So it depends. The company's choice. They will use any one of the cloud providers. Even they will use Snowflake. It's their choice. So which cloud providers you are going to learn completely. So out of these four, learning Snowflake is very, very easy. Okay. Can we able to export or import object created in Snowflake as same as IICS? No, if you want to export the object from here, it is a data warehouse environment. Okay. So even I'm not sure how to import and export. Okay. So just we are using Snowflake as a target and we are going to load it. Okay. Yeah. If you have any other questions on Snowflake, just Google it, learn it. So if you want to explain your project on the cloud, my recommendation is start learning the Snowflake and use it. Why? Because so no need to learn newly on the Snowflake. So already you know SQL very well. So that SQL, if you are going to learn it and to create the tables and all this, if you do it, very, very easy. In the interview, you can explain them. In the real-time project, we are using Snowflake as a target and we are loading. So it's very, very simple. Okay, got it? Yeah. So here we have seen how to establish the connection to Snowflake from IICS. That's what. And learning the cloud technologies is up to you. So how many cloud technologies you want to learn? That's up to your wish. Okay, your interest also. Okay, so now if you see the source, right? So a lot of source. If you see the source we have seen a table. Source we have seen object, right? Like a table, database table. If it is a database table, you can see here. You can able to see the query options, right? So what is this query options? Filter. So you can apply some filter conditions here. So you can click on the filter and you can apply some filter conditions here. Say for an example, the object is employees and you can have multiple objects. Okay, I will tell you what is that. And you can choose any one field conditions here. So if you have any very simple field filters, you can use it here, like a greater than, less than, all this you can use. The value you can put here. Just you can mention. Okay, so this is simple filter conditions. So you can see here, it is not parameterized one, simple filter condition. But you want to go for advanced one, you have to click advanced one. We will see this later. But this is what our source transformation. Okay. So in real time, sorry, in our Informatica Power Center, we do have source qualified transformation, right? So here we have source transformation. In the source transformation, we can apply this filter in order to filter out the record from the source itself. So what is the meaning? If you are applying the filter here, right? Your source is Oracle database. You are using source transformation here. So this is my source transformation. Then we are doing a lot of transformation logic here, right? So, but the thing is, I have to take only required data to my IICS. So here in the source, we do have a lot of data. Okay. So it has a lot of data, but I do not want to take all the data to my Informatica Power Center, the Informatica Cloud. So if you want to take only the required data, yes, you can apply the filter condition here and you can take only the required data. So as of now, we have applied filter conditions. So the employees who are getting salary greater than 10,000, so those employees alone, you take it from the source and process it. So that's what we are telling. So you can go for, okay, only today's data. So only this particular date data. Some filter conditions definitely will be using in our real-time projects for the ETL logic. So that you can bring it from our source. So if you're applying filter conditions in the source, the filter condition will be applied in the source itself. And then it will bring only the required data to our IICS. It is similar to Informatica Power Center. Okay. So what is this filter condition? By applying filter condition here, we can restrict the data from the source database itself. So I will save this. I will run it. See here, if I'm going to see this Snowflake, it will have only, so I have already selected truncate and load. It will have only those who are getting salary greater than 10,000, right? So it will get loaded. So that particular data alone, it will get loaded. You can see here. So we'll see this. So we can do a lot of other concept also here. In Informatica Power Center, we do have mapping level, session level properties, right? So mapping level, we can write one query, and session level, we can write another queries, and then we can override the query in session level. But here there is no option in that way. Okay, so we do have only one query options in the mapping level. See here, from the source itself, it is fetching only 16 records. From the source itself, it is fetching only 16 records, right? So if you go and check in the Snowflake, you can able to find, so those who are getting salary greater than 10,000, right? So you can able to see here, salary greater than 10,000 alone, it has loaded. You can see this way. Okay. So this is the one filter conditions, you can add it here. But for an example, I want to go for some complex filter. I want to apply. So those who are getting commission or those who are not getting commission. Okay. Those who are getting commission, how can I do it? Can I do null value here? No. You have to go for advanced one. So take these columns. Say for an example, here I have to write the conditions, right? So you can add here commission percentage is not null. So this way you can write it similar to Informatica Power Center. So this filter conditions will be applied as SQL query and it will be fetched from the source itself. You can see here, I will go to the, before running, I will show you the my jobs. I will download the session log. You can download the session log here. If you open the session log, we have applied only filter condition, right? But Informatica will write that SQL statement. You can see here. It is similar to Informatica Power Center. So there is no differences. So reader thread. Okay, it will read the data from source. So what is your source service name? XC, all this you are able to see here. And you can see here the source query, right? Select HR.employees, that is schema name dot table name dot column names. It is applying where class, where salary greater than 10,000, right? So this will be applied on the source DB and it will fetch only record data to our Informatica. Clear? So if you apply some filter conditions, yes, Informatica will convert this filter condition as the SQL statement and it will be applied on the source database. Click, clear? So that is what it is reading, only 16 records from the source, right? Yes, now I'm going to run this. Same mapping. It is for commission percentage is not null. You can put under or multiple conditions. It is similar. Okay, so whatever the data you want to go for, you want to read the data, so that you can apply here. Okay, so only this is filter conditions. Okay, I do not want filter conditions. I want to write SQL statement. Yes, you can write SQL statements also. Those who are getting commission alone, it will get loaded now, right? Yes, 35 records got loaded. From the source itself, it is reading that 35 records. You can go and check here on the target table, right? So target is your Snowflake. Go to Snowflake here and test it. So it should load only those who are getting commission, right? Yes. Okay, it is getting struct. I will show you. But this is what it got loaded. Okay. But I want to apply some SQL statement. Yes, you can take this, copy. You can go to the Snowflake, sorry, IICS. So you can remove this filter conditions. So if you want, you can remove this filter conditions. You click on OK and go to advanced. In the advanced, you can write SQL override. See, what is this SQL override? So I'm writing SQL override here, 12,000 or whatever it may be. I'm writing SQL statement here. So if you're writing SQL statements, yes, based on the source, it will fetch only the record data to Informatica. You can write SQL statement here. So pre-SQL, say for an example, your source DB has a lot of data. And before reading the data, you have to do collect stats on the source DB. So you can do pre-SQL before this SQL runs. Whatever you are giving pre-SQL, that will be executed. Okay, so you can give collect stats, you can create an index. So that kind of pre-SQLs you can do. Okay, so that's what you can do. Pre-SQL, post-SQL. Pre-SQL means before reading the data, if I want to run any SQL, so that can be given in the pre-SQL. After reading the data, if I want to, after this SQL statement, if I want to do anything, then you can give here. So I'm going to save this, I'm going to run it. Okay, sorry. Snowflake. Sorry, I have closed wrongly. Okay, so that the link might be different. Okay, you can go to this worksheet. So you can save this worksheet, whatever you are doing. So at the end of the session, you can save it. So now if you go and execute, so you are seeing how many records? Totally 9 records. And you can see here. So those who are getting salary greater than 12,000, right? So that alone, it is fetching from the source. So that you can able to see here. So we have applied greater than 12,000. So that has been applied on the source. Even you can preview and you can, this is what you can see this pre-SQL means before SQL. Before this SQL, if I want to run. So if I have any duplicate record, you can select distinct alone. And if you want to sort the data, okay, so from the source itself, if I want to sort it, so you can configure here. It's very simple. If I want to sort based on the one particular field employee ID, that you can make it here. But in IICS, we don't have this facility. In IICS, sorry, in Informatica Power Center, we do have number of sorted port. We can define 1, 2, or 3. If you are making 2 here, then it will make employee ID, comma first name, 1, comma 2, right? But in IICS, you can define any columns based on any columns. See here, I'm going to define it here, ascending order. Ascending order only we can define and click on OK. And whatever the source query it is fetching, finally it will apply order by class. I'll show you. So what is the difference between source qualifier override and filter? Source qualifier override, you have to provide SQL query. In filter option, you have to provide only filter conditions. Okay. If you are going to give filter condition, Informatica will write that SQL query for you. If you have very simple filter conditions, write it in where class. Performance wise, is it better to use source filter? Yes, you can use source filter. Yes. No, don't get all the record into Informatica, then filter out. Don't do that. If the source is a table, if the source is a relational table, you can filter out from the source itself. Say for an example, you have 5 years of data. I want only 1 day of data. Are you going to fetch all the 5 years of data? Then you are going to filter out? No, performance wise, it will impact. Okay. Clear? Yes. So this is what I have explained. And you are seeing this 9 record, right? If you download this particular session log, you can able to see. Let me finish my session. After that, you ask your question. Why? Because it is getting the session, like the flow is getting interrupted. See here, if you are using order by class, and also I'm requesting you to put some effort to learn. So if you go through this document also, you can able to easily understand. I told filter condition, if you are writing only simple filter, write it filter condition. IICS will write SQL query for you. But you have some parameterized connections, so you have multiple columns in the source, right? Multiple filter conditions should be applied. Then try to do some joins you want to write, some subqueries you want to write, then write it. Okay, since I have applied the source qualifier override query, it is not taking that source order by class. See here. So from this table, that's it. So I have applied, right? So that's why it should be applied. 1 minute, I check. Whether it has been applied or not. So which one will be considered first? Pre-SQL will be considered first. Okay, so pre-SQL will be, it is similar to Informatica. Okay, so you know, right, Informatica, how it performs. Similar way. It performs this pre-SQL first, then SQL override, then post-SQL. If you are writing any SQL override here, say for an example, you have written some salary greater than 12,000, but you are going to write some filter conditions. Whether this filter condition will be taken? No, it will not take this filter conditions. Okay, you can see here, I'm going to write some filter conditions here. Okay, some filter conditions I'm going to write. So commission percentage or salary itself, I'm going to write, or I will write job ID equal to SA underscore rep. So this is I'm applying here. But I have overwritten the query here, right? So here I have put the SQL queries. So which one will be given first preference? SQL override only will be given. So this time it will not consider these two. So why? Because I have written the SQL query, right? So Informatica will not write that, will not override that query. If you don't write SQL override query, then Informatica will take it. Got it? So I'm going to run. I will show you. It is similar to Informatica Power Center. There is no differences. If you are not practiced, if you are very new to IICS, that's what I'm explaining all this. Okay, same 9 record it is fetching. Whether it has impacted that filter condition and order by? No. Since I have written the SQL override query, so it will not consider any other filter condition, any other order by clause. Okay, so you can see here, still it is taking salary greater than 12,000, right? If I remove it, if I remove this override query, then it will take. Then you asked one question, what is the difference? Both are similar, right? Yes. In SQL override, you can select the number of columns. You can write join queries. You can write whatever the queries you want to fetch, right? So you can combine multiple tables, you can fetch it, right? That we can do it on the SQL override. So that's what we can go with. So if I'm going to run now, it will select only SA rep and the order by class will be applied now. Yeah, we do have other concepts like, see here, 30 records has been fetched, right? So we do have other concept like joining and the saved queries. So that I will take it tomorrow. Okay. So you can see here. So it is applying the order by class, right? Order by employee ID. And it is making the from class where job ID equal to SA rep. So that it is applying. So whatever we have given here, so that has been taken. But if you override any query here, whatever you are applying filter and sorted, it will not consider. Clear? Before this override query, if you want to run any queries, you can give here. After fetching the data, if you want to run any queries, so give it in the PostSQL. So normally we will do the performance tuning, we will do the collect stats on the pre-SQL on the source side. Okay. So how to parameterize the filter condition. So those things I will take later. Okay. So I hope you are clear. So how to read the data. Okay. So if you see this, let me complete the joins as well. Shall I complete joins or you have any other questions? Okay. See here, See, I'm just removing this particular filter conditions. Okay. I'm just removing it. This also I'm just removing it. Okay, this is a single object, right? This is single object. What we are going to do now. So this is single object. Can we take the data from multiple objects? Yes. If if all the objects are in same database. Okay. If all the objects are in same database. If it is Oracle, yes, Oracle same object, same database you have. If it is Teradata, yes, same. If it is SQL Server, same object you have. Sorry, same database you have multiple objects, so that you can take it. For an example here, I have this is employees table. You take this is employees table here, right? So this is employees table. You can take one more table as departments table. So that we have to combine it and we have to load only those who are working as some working in the departments, working in the department, finance department, I have to load it. Okay, into the target table. So how do I know these employees are working from finance department? Can I find with this only on the employees table? Is it possible to find how many employees are working in finance department? Is it possible to load? So the requirement is load the employees who are working in finance department. I may not know, right? How many employees are from finance? So you have to get join on the departments table. Go to departments table. You can check this department. Okay, 100, right? Yes, this is the finance. So that we have to join these two tables. So how can I join it? So you take employees table, first table, and this is a departments table. So just we are going to join these two tables. It is very simple. Even you can go for multiple tables, no issues, but all are from same database. If it is different database, you have to go for joiner transformation. That is different. If the source is from same database, how can I read the data? Okay. So here I'm going to have one table, T underscore employees underscore DEPT table. So this table I will create now on the Snowflake. It is very simple. Okay. So I will go here. So this is a table, right? So you can have one more table. I will give you this particular table creation statement also. But if you want to practice it, so have a practice to create the tables. So department underscore name is a varchar2. You can go for varchar2 here. Similar and location ID. So you want to have location ID also? Yes. It is a number data type. So number of 4. So I want to have number of 4. So you can have. So just I'm going to create one more table. I want to load only those who are working in finance department, right? So I need to join the tables. So I can go here, select star from the table name. So as of now, here, if you see this employee ID, and I have the department name and location ID. So first I will, how to join it. So if you go to this particular one, so here you can go for multiple object, right? Source is multiple object, not a single object. Go for multiple object. So you can see this first object, right? Click on the 3 dots here, right-hand side corner. So add source object. What is this first source object? Source object, employees table, right? So take the employees table. First object you have to take. Then it will ask you to select the related object. Object means a table or views. Okay, so it has taken now, right? If you click on this arrow mark, or if you click on this arrow mark, you will be seeing now the add related object, right? So you here also you can able to see add related object. So that related object is departments table, right? So how the departments table is connected? So like this departments table, employees.department ID equal to departments.department ID. So if it is existing relationship, it will show you, or you can go for custom relationship also. So here also you can put employees table, departments table here, and what is the join condition, all this you can mention here. But here, as of now, we can add employees related object, the last option. Click on OK. So it will be added below to this particular table, like a relationship. See here. So this way, if you're adding one more table, it will be added here. Okay, related object. Clear on this? Yes. So you have written this is the filter condition, sorry, join condition. So you can, we have added here, and you can go to the target table. Now the target table, I will choose different table, which we have created here, right? You can select here. So you can go to E_employees_departments. And go to advanced, truncate target table, field mapping. So you'll be seeing this. So you can do auto map, smart map, department ID, department name, and location ID. All this it has taken, right? Yes. So it will automatically take this. Yeah, filter condition I haven't applied. I want to show you how the data is getting loaded. After that, I will apply the filter condition. Okay. See here, I'm just loading that. It will load all the data. But after that, I want to load only finance department, right? So that I will apply. So I have executed. Has been loaded here. So 105 records, it should get read. Why? Because in my system, one record I have removed. So from the source itself, it is fetching 105 records. Okay. So if you go and check here, you might be seeing this all the department name also here, right? See, department name also here has loaded. But I want to load only finance department, right? So I can go here, go to the mapping. So where should I apply the filter condition? It's very simple, right? So you can go to the query options, add the filter conditions, simple filter condition also you can put, but parameterized one I will tell you later, okay? See, as of now, it is showing two tables. One is like the second table, department name equal to finance. So here, no need to mention that single quotes. It will automatically update that single quotes, okay? IICS will do that. So whatever the filter condition you want to apply, so just apply that and it will take. No, it will not show you. That's what the difference, okay? So if they are keeping all this like a power center, then there is no differences, right? So this is on the cloud. So that's what they are keeping it. How many records? Still 105 is there. I think it is not completed. Still running. It should load only 6 records. So that means from the source itself, it will fetch only 6 records. See, that's a difference. Got it? If you are applying anything on the source transformation, all the filter and queries will be applied on the source itself. Okay, so I hope you are clear. I have saved mapping. Okay, so without saving, how it will load? If I haven't saved, right, how it will load all the finance department? I have saved the mapping. Okay, it might not refreshed for you. I have saved it. I already saved. Okay, so practice all this concept, create Snowflake. So you do the same thing. And we have one concept left out in the source. Sorry, two concepts. One is saved query and the parameter. Okay, so those things we will see later. The query, right? It's very simple. That I will show you tomorrow. Okay, is that fine? Will you able to create the Snowflake account, load the data similar way? So I will give you more exercises, no worries. First, you try to do all the exercises hands-on. Okay. So going forward, I will give you. So a lot of case studies are available. Those case studies I will send it to you. You can practice. You can try to complete the case studies. Okay. You need more case studies. I do have a lot of case studies. I will send it to you. So try to practice it. Yeah. Thank you all. I think it's time up. Yeah. We will stop here and we will connect tomorrow. Okay. Thank you all.